So what's up? I remember our last
Oh,
lesson was a lot. So.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, last lesson we kind of just talked about a lot of like outside of melee stuff.
Mhm.
Um, and then this one, I was hoping that we could focus maybe a bit more on kind of just
Mhm.
keeping it melee if possible. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like the best way to put it. I have a VOD. I don't know the best way I'm gonna send this though. Um, I can upload it to YouTube really quick, I guess. I wanted to go over my Scherzo set
Okay.
from last week at mid lane. Do that really quick. I don't think it'll take too long. It's a very short set. I get destroyed. Okay, it looks like it might take actually a little bit to process. Well, we can just talk about stuff until then, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like, and the last couple of times that I've played just versus significantly higher level boxes, I feel lost. In that kind of what we were talking about last time, where it's like, okay, there's obviously not a right answer for however you're making a decision, but I feel like I don't really have the first step, like what to look for or what to be prepared for,
Mhm.
right? Like I can understand the reaction points, like okay, I put myself in this position and I'm prepared to react to X, right? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Um, but I guess I'm still missing things I should be looking for. Like maybe there are crucial reaction points that I just don't know yet, and I'd love if you could just kind of we look over a video and you're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like you're obviously missing this one.
Yeah. Okay. Um. I have a few thoughts, I guess.
Okay.
Um. Something that could be happening is you might be trying to react too much,
Okay.
in the sense that like you might be in a mix and not even notice it, and you're still
Hmm.
trying to react. Um. I like to use the word notice more than look, because if you're looking for something, you can kind of be deceived or you can get distracted.
Okay.
But you should always be noticing what they're doing, because it's like you could be looking for like them to, I don't know, full hop or something, but you should still notice if they gave up space, or you should notice if they put themselves in lag in another way.
Okay.
So that's how I feel about it. And also, it's like I feel like to look for something, you also have to give them something. Like you can't kind of not give them a threat and look for them to respond without giving them a threat. You know what I mean?
I think so. Like I have to put myself in a position where
Yeah, like
they can see it. Okay.
yeah. I mean, it's really easy with it's easy to explain with like Falco. Like I just have laser.
Yep.
So like yes, I will look to see how you deal with this laser, and I'll notice if you deal with it poorly. I'll notice if you jump over it. I notice if you take like three of them in the face, and it's just like okay. But I am looking to see how you deal with it. Now it'd be different if I'm just like standing there. It's like I can't really. What am I looking for? I don't know if he's gonna run at me and stop, but he's gonna run at me and up smash, shine, grab, run full hop, dash into my face, wave dash down. All like I can't process all of that, right? I need
And I think
I need
that's
to
where I'm at is I'm attempting to process too much, and like you
yeah,
said, just attempting to react to
yeah.
too much. And that's what I'd like to figure out is like how do I cut some of that fat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Um, so I sent you the VOD, and it should be on YouTube now. But I think I know what you're talking about, and I definitely kind of get into this reaction paralysis where I'm like, I have to watch, and like I'm completely stuck, like immobilized, and like, okay, well, what am I reacting to? And the second my brain receives any stimulus, which is like maybe them jumping or running towards me, I feel like I am put in a position where I have to do an action.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think it sounds like I need to, notice better, I guess, like how they're coming in. Like obviously I can see how they're doing it. Like, okay, I full hop, which forces them to do something else. Or not, I guess, I don't know. And it's like, well, how do they react to it? And it's like, I don't need to commit until the last possible second.
Mm-hmm. I always fear that, like, with students and myself sometimes, that, like, I fear that people might know too much about Melee.
The issue is like I'm pretty Melee dumb. Like if you could ask me like frame data or anything like that, I don't know any of
That
that.
stuff doesn't matter that much.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess it is always easier to work with someone like as a blank slate, right? Because you can kind of just coach them in the way that they need to. But
Yeah, because a lot of teaching right now isn't teaching people new things. It's like unlearning the shit that they like know
right,
or think they know or like think that how the game works and all those things.
it's hard because it's so like the game can be very expressive.
Yeah.
Or lack of expressive, and it's like you interpret the game however you want to interpret.
Yeah.
And that could be a poor interpretation of how the game, should be or whatever any of it should be done.
Yeah. I agree.
I can see it now. Thank you.
Okay. Let's take a look. Is the quality any better?
No, sorry.
Is it because it just got uploaded?
Yeah, I can try.
Whatever, it's fine.
Okay.
I was just wondering.
I think I downloaded it 360 just because I was like, I just wanted it to go quickly.
Who are you? Blue?
Blue Fox. Blue
Okay.
Fox.
Okay. Damn.
Also, okay, this is a separate note entirely. How do I deal with someone that's like obviously just messing around? Like I feel like I don't know if you've played Skurzo recently, but the way that he plays is just it feels like he's not taking anything seriously. And maybe that's just because he's much better or he can get away with so much more. I don't know.
I mean, the honest answer is that it's irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but like, it feels like it's a different game.
Yeah,
I don't know how to describe it.
We don't want to play off of feelings.
But I have them, and I gotta navigate around them.
Yeah, that's the question, is how to navigate around your own feelings, not like what this person's doing.
Sure.
Yeah. The question has nothing to do with Skurzo. It is how you want to deal with your feelings,
Mm-hmm.
and if you want to let them like complicate your game plan or anything like that.
I see.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there. I've played people who messed around and stuff, and I get in my own head, and then when I look back on it, I'm just like, why didn't I just play Melee?
And I don't think it like tilts me. I think it's just like it feels like a different game, which is why I'm using feel. Like it's different. It's not something that I'm used to. So I would just want to see if you had experience with that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, best way to put it is it's just not a different game. Like, even if you were hard trolling and throwing you off the stage and running to the other side of the stage, it's like, okay, play the position after that then.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. Like, I definitely think it's a separate issue just on how you want to interpret those feelings when they come up. What's your game plan for those feelings, or even how you want to view and define what messing around is, because it's definitely up to you. Like, you can tell yourself he's trying as hard as he can, because like he might be. You don't know.
That's true. It's true.
The real question is, does it matter if he's trying?
No, it definitely doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's a weirdly unique feeling.
It is, yeah. I've been there.
Yeah.
Let's see. One thing I will say, I wonder if you had to click this drill. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. I don't think so. Well, so here's the thing. Delaying some of your actions can go a long way. Meaning, like, if you do this running shine, that's fine. Like, you think it's gonna hit.
Mm-hmm.
right? We don't know he's in the air yet. We're not that fast at reacting.
Yep.
So we do the shine, and we have time to like kind of check and everything. We don't have to do the shine, jump, drill, frame perfectly. We can shine, wait a little bit, jump, wait a little bit, and then decide to drill. And the thing that, like, the benefit of doing that stuff is, like, it still combos normally. If you delay it by a few frames off the jump, and if you delay the drill by a few frames, it still combos. What it also does is it gives you more time to react and assess, like, the situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you jump here, and you, like, waited a little bit longer, a lot of times, like, if you're just watching, you can pull your finger off the trigger. And be like, oh, I don't need to click drill. Right? I can just land. And it's like, it sounds like nothing, but the difference is, it's like, you'd be landing with 4 frames of landing lag versus, like, 7 or 8, whatever drill is.
Right. And I could have even put myself in a position where I just wait for him to fall on top of me.
And it does matter, because, like, you tried to run through him, right? If you were 4 frames quicker, you might be behind him already. You know? That's just one thing, like...
No, this is good, but this is exactly like what I'm talking about. Is like I'm looking at this right here, and like obviously this is like the first interaction of the game, but this is indicative of a much bigger issue of like what this to me feels like a pre-recorded option type of thing. Like I'm going for some sort of, I don't know why, right?
Yeah. It's because it's comfortable.
Okay.
At least for me, when I watch my VODs back and I see myself doing this type of thing, it is because I'm uncomfortable and I kind of want like the situation to be over with, pretty much. Did I win or did I lose? I don't know. Let's figure out. But there is like more situations than just this one, right? It's like you can see Daddy full hop and you can outplay this little niche situation here, which is really cool. But it's like this spot is uncomfortable because you wanted to hit him and now you didn't, and now you're next to each other and you don't know what's going to happen. Like you have no idea. Like that's uncomfortable. And that's why I tend to do like a preset thing, because it's just like, yeah, if he beats me, he beats me. But if I hit it, I do my combo and everything. Yeah.
This is what was drilled. Yeah.
It doesn't take much like effort to like mental effort to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So it's like you do have to be like really disciplined and just be like, yeah, even if you say like, yeah, I want to run a shine drill, but I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check as much as I can. That's like the whole point of reaction points, is like you want to give yourself as much time as possible, as much information as possible before you make your decision.
And that is something.
Let's go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think that's like a really important thing, the step in the process that I feel like I've been maybe a little more lacking in, which is checking at literally every step.
Yeah.
Right? Like I checked obviously for the running shine and be like, okay, well, he's in the position, I'm going to go for it. But my brain was like, check for running shine drill, even though like my brain puts it in one spot. Like that's one possible thing to go for. When in reality, it's like there are multiple things that I need to check in order for that to work.
Yeah. Like you never want to take your eyes off just because like you're close and it's mix-up time. It's like, yes, it's mix-up time, but like 100 things can happen. Like I didn't know the Fox was gonna full hop or double jump. What did he do? He like ran off and then double jump drilled. I never in a million years would have guessed that's what he was gonna do. Right?
Okay, this is kind of what I'm talking about though. Like when playing against him specifically.
A lot of people. You don't know what's gonna happen. Some Foxes might sure hop off and up air. Some Foxes might sure hop drill on the platform, fall through drill. Some Foxes might have just run off of nair, like you know. And now you're mashing.
A weird option though, right?
I don't think so. It's just an option. I don't like, maybe the drill is the weird part, but like the double jump is reasonable. But like imagine if he did like run off nair, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then like you don't defend well versus it because you're inputting drill shine shine drill as fast as possible. So like he run off nair, wave shine, thunders combos you, and you just miss your DI on everything because like you're inputting all this. Like this, another benefit of like taking your time on a lot of these when you do have the time is you can defend well. So you can check, you know. But yeah, like you have no idea what's gonna happen in these spots. It's impossible.
Yeah.
You can break it down. Like there are simple ways to break this down, where it's like you can kind of see him run off, right?
Right.
Okay. So only really only two things can happen. Either he gets hit, you get hit, or he avoids it. Right? I guess that's three things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the only one you can like kind of confirm, or the easier one to confirm, is like you hitting him. So if you do the shine, and you check, it's just like, did I hit him? All right, great. And if you didn't hit him and you didn't get hit, that only means one thing could have happened, and that means he avoided it. And the only way he could have avoided it is by double jumping. Or air dodging. You know, that is a weird option that might have happened, but it's like both the double jump and the air dodge give you more than enough time to like see it, that he avoided it, right? Does that make sense?
It does make sense. I'm trying to piece together what like I'm trying to react to. Like
Yeah.
why am I choosing options? Like why are these predetermined options? Which is like, it's a bigger question.
Yeah.
Um,
I
but
personally, I think that this type of stuff, it just takes a lot of practice.
and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But
But
I
I
just
mean,
need
like,
I need the path of like what that is, like how to practice that.
uh, I mean,
Yeah, and it's like I can
you
figure that
only,
out, right? Like if I
yeah, it's
right,
like
and I'm watching.
trial and error and all that, but
Yeah.
like, how do I put it? It's a completely different skill.
Mm-hmm.
And like because it's a completely different skill, it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of focus. Like it has to kind of be your priority. And I've told you before, like I did this for like a month straight where it was just my priority.
Right.
Nothing else. I wasn't even trying to take four stocks from my opponent. I naturally would, due to like my muscle memory of like playing the game, but all my focus was on this. And that was it. And it's like, that's fine. Your goal isn't to play the Fox Ditto anymore. Your goal isn't to, like, I don't know, edge guard or anything. Your only goal is to, like, notice and get better at this part so you don't have to spend so much time focusing on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
How did you begin kind of that? Where you go into a game and you put yourself in a spot and then you just reviewed that game and be like, I obviously didn't notice this or something.
Uh,
How did you begin it?
Not much, because I knew I was bad at it and I knew it would take time. So it was to the point where it's like, okay, I don't need to watch as much because I know what the problem is. I've identified the problem. I just need to keep doing it. I just need to keep practicing it, you know? I didn't spend too much time rewatching the VODs just because, like, it wasn't like a new problem was going to occur, you know?
Right.
Like there were other problems, but it's like I can't focus on those things right now. Like yeah, I'm missing edge guards, or
So like
missing
if
this
you were
punish.
like if you were to put yourself in my shoes in this exact same game right here, and you were to then practice like this, being able to notice and watch
Mm-hmm.
something that you might go into another game being like, okay, well I remember that I clicked the drill super just preemptive, right?
Yep.
And it's like I'm gonna be thinking about how Fox is gonna escape next time, or
Well, I would
you
be
know,
thinking about just making my decisions as late as possible,
okay,
but still being quick, if that makes sense. I know it's like
it
kind of
does, yeah.
yeah, it kind of contradicts, but like
That's
the result was I was pretty slow and I got hit a lot.
Hmm.
And but it's like it's fine,
yeah,
you know, because that's just naturally how you learn. Like you do make the mistakes, you
that's I
know.
think that was kind of the key right there is like what I needed to hear, which is like make the decision as late as possible.
Yeah,
Um,
but don't like again. It's complicated, and you will. I feel like it will start to piece together when you really focus on it. But it's like make the decision as late as possible, but don't try and overreact. Like you still want to be spontaneous and you still want to make your decisions quickly. You know, like this running shine was a quick decision. The
Right.
next decision could have been made slightly after. You know, it could have been delayed. You could have checked first. Even the jump, running shine jump, that's a quick decision. I'm fine with that. What you do after, it can wait. It doesn't have to be right away. It's not like you're whiff punishing something, right?
Yes.
Like if you were whiff punishing something, yeah, do it as fast as possible because you're confirming it. Running shine up smash, running shine grab. You have something confirmable. But like this is such an unknown. Like there's not enough information here. It's hard to even see where he's at, you know?
Yes.
So it's like you going as fast as possible. You could have accomplished the same thing if you hit him if you took your time after the shine. That's all I mean.
I see.
Like running shine, drill. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that.
No, that's really good. That is
Okay.
like I said, this I think that there are just a handful of little puzzle pieces that I need to hear that make sense in my mind,
Mm-hmm.
and that's gonna kind of set me on that path of like, okay, I see what you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
and I just need to figure out how to identify them, because I think at the moment I'm not seeing them or recognizing them, and even if I go back and watch, some of these, I'm still missing them,
Yeah.
and it will take time, but I
Yeah.
think, excuse me, those two pieces are really gonna click for me, which is, look versus notice, as well as like reaction point at literally each step of it.
Yeah. The thing,
That,
yeah,
that's
the
that's
thing
what
about
I-
reaction points is it doesn't stop. It is from the very start to the end of the game.
Yes.
Like the whole point during your punish game, during your edge guards, during their punish game, during their edge guards, all of
Do you
it
ever?
during your
Do you ever?
invincibility.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you ever tell yourself like to like keep yourself like focused, like check or anything like that?
Sometimes it depends. Like I am at a point now where it's like I think I got a bit better at this,
Mhm.
and I tend to drift off and focus on other things. And when I do, this does suffer. So it's like I still haven't trained it fully yet, but I am a lot better. Like when I started this in January, it was probably like at who knows. Like I had the theory already, but it was at like 20%, something like that. But now it's at higher. It's at like 60. I don't know. Just throwing out numbers. But I'm still like not fully there yet, where I can just like focus on other things and do that naturally. I can to a certain level, but not fully. So when that does happen, it's like yes, I do tell myself like just watch him, just notice like all the other stuff, like still fit it into your game plan, but don't take the lens off of how you view the game. It has to still be viewed under that lens, whatever I'm working on. Even if I'm like, yeah, I want to ledge dash, like dash back more. It's like, okay, that's fine. Still check when you ledge dash, because if they just, I don't want to see myself do ledge dash back if the fox accidentally taunts before I even get off the ledge. I want to ledge dash shine that because I want to check.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
yeah.
That's interesting to think about. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like even looking at this now, like I can see right here, it's like
Yeah.
there's no reason. Right. Like there's no reason this should not have been a punish. Like this is so much time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what was I doing, kind of thing. It's like obviously I'm not reacting, or I'm looking for something else. Like I'm expecting something
Yep.
else, and I tell myself, you are looking to be drilled or like short hopped at. And if that doesn't happen, then I'm just in lockout.
Yeah. I think knowing timings can also help a lot. Whereas like if
It
you're
will.
expecting to get drilled, it would have been right here,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not right here, then that either means he delayed in some way, or like he did something else. But like, you check this timing and you move on. But while you're checking this timing, you still noticing. Like this, that like made me like cringe up a little.
Hey, me too, man. How you think it feels for me?
Because I'm just like, oh, you had him.
Right?
You just had him. Look at
And
him. He's like, oh shit. And you're like, nah, I'm actually going to play the mix up after.
Right.
And you gave
It's
him
like, there's no
two. He got away with an up smash, a spot dodge, and another spot dodge.
need. Welcome to my life, man.
Yeah, but it doesn't have
It's
to
just-
be like that.
I don't want it to be. I
Yeah.
want to, like, that's the hard part for me is like there are days in which it's obvious that I'm playing, I would say, effectively reactive, and like I'm right on top of those all the time.
Yeah.
But making those happen every time is something that I want to be able to, or most of the time.
This is this example is actually the perfect example that I would probably use in the future
Please.
for looking versus noticing.
Yeah.
This is you clearly looking for something rather than
Yep.
noticing him.
I mean, clip it and put it on everything you can, because like
Yeah.
if this is the look versus notice video, like, sure, that's fine. I want this. I want other people to be able to figure this out, because this is
Yeah.
obviously something I've struggled with.
Yeah. I mean, I've struggled with it too, but this one's just really funny
Yeah.
because you're just there. You're right there.
Oh, I know.
Trust me, I have 1,000 clips of me doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And I look back at it and I'm just like, why? I was in my head. I was looking for something.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm looking for something it's because I want to like answer it, and it's like because I want to just I still am hanging on to what I want the game to be. And what I want
Right.
the game to be is like looking for answers and looking to counter and looking to just
It
win
feels-
on reaction.
It feels so much easier to tell yourself mentally that you're looking for a single option rather than playing, this kind of true reactive game, which is,
I think it feels safer.
yeah,
that's-
safer is the better word.
yeah.
Safer is a better word.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It feels safer to look for a specific option because when you see it, you're just like, aha, I knew it. Finally. I don't have to take a risk. I knew that was coming. But, like,
Yep.
that's just not the game. I mean, people play it that way. But I don't think it's that good. Oh, this sucks.
Even yeah, this is horrible, but even like this right here, like, why would I do the second dash dance when I could literally just like the short hop up air or anything? I mean, there's like, I can break this down a million different ways. Like, I know the percent. This, like, bear will knock down, but he can slide it off.
I thought this was fine. I didn't have any problem with this.
Interesting. I don't know. Like,
Well, I mean, you decided that he wasn't going to tech in place.
Yeah.
Right. So if he's teching to the right, you want to be dashing to the right.
Yeah, I mean, this is fine, but I'm saying, like, this could have just, I think I'm fairly certain, as long as he doesn't tech in place there, I think I can still dash on tech reaction, like rolling to the right, and still cover with up air. Unless he can, like, platform slide off.
I don't know. I mean, I think excluding any slide off or move choice, I think what you did was like standard and okay.
Mm.
You dash to the right because you're checking the rolls and you want to be closer to the furthest roll, so you go
Yep.
you go to the right. You see he tech rolls left, you dash left, and you jump and hit him. I don't even think we're at the point where we can discuss like what you should have done option wise, but the reaction was great. Yeah, I don't know if back air was the best, but like,
No.
who knows? I don't know. Who knows? Some people try and smash that up air here. I try and smash that up air left. So if you back air me here, I'm flying left, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So I didn't think the back air was that bad. I thought that was fine. Like, all this was like kind of bad.
Yeah, this is bad. This is not good.
Yeah, this looked like you fucked up. Now you're dead. Oh, interesting. That makes sense. Trying to be like a short hop thing out of shield.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then you missed your JC grab, I think.
Yeah, miss a JC.
Yeah. Okay, but that was good. You were ready. Yeah, I don't think that's him messing around. He just fucked up.
You just wait.
Oh no. You really want. Yeah, that makes sense. I see that. That you thought he would slide off.
Right, he slides off. I shine.
Yeah. Perfectly okay. I guess.
The drill is the bad part here. The full hop where it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I can't tell if you like super fucked up, but like I totally get doing like 2 shines to check. It's just your tech skill after was bad.
Yep.
But separate issue. Uh-oh. So one thing that I've been realizing is that there's situations where like I've had this problem where when I find myself in spots that I don't know how to play, the first thing I try and do is figure out how to beat it or how to win that situation. And I think I've been going about that wrong. I think that there are situations where you're in a position to beat it, and then there's other situations where you're in a position that it's not worth trying to beat it. So when I see this, like you fuck up and do this is now a situation I'm not trying to fight my way out of. It's so bad. I have no delays. I don't have any stage to work with. My full hop is already cut off. My intention here isn't to attack or to counter. My intention here is to defend and get to a better position. You know?
Yep.
But you clicking shine here kind of tells me that you're trying to like attack or you're scrambling or your intention is towards hitting him right here. But it's like, this is not, if you were to line out your game plan versus Fox, I guarantee you this spacing is not where you're trying to hit Fox in the ditto.
Yeah.
It's not. Like you can't try and counter him out of shield, of course, but like you're not trying to like counter his actions before they happen, I guess right here.
And I think that's where my brain is like, you can fight out of every spot with anything.
Yeah.
And obviously that's not always the case.
Why would you?
Right, yeah.
And it's like that. I love comparing things to other sports because it makes so much more sense when I do. But this is like the equivalent of like you being like triple teamed in the corner and trying to like shoot a 3 when you have time left and you have like other teammates and you have other things to do.
But if I hit it, it'd be sick.
Yeah, it would be sick. That'd be great. But like, do you need to?
No.
You're not gonna go very far if every time you get triple team you start shooting.
That's true.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you will get some sick shit like when you do. It's just
it's gonna be in the highlight reel when I reverse a lot of it.
Yeah, but it's like it's all about just. Sammy told me this too, and it's like I agree. It's all about just giving yourself the best percentage chance to win. There are no guaranteed like wins or outplays or anything like that, but you're trying to give yourself the best percentage. So maybe you do shield here, and you give yourself the best percentage of like dealing with the full hop, dealing with him backing off the re-roll. You block the forward tilt. You know, that's all fine. And maybe you get opened up by grab, but like, dude, you're in a bad spot anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's not much you can do about it. Yes, like we can go back a few seconds and figure out how you got here, but like you are here, and it's not that good of a spot. Like this person has massive advantage on you, and if you were to play this 90 times, you know, you probably lose it, like 70 of the times or something like that. Versus any skilled Fox. It doesn't matter if they're fucking around or not. You can even put like someone who barely knows how to play the game here and they might hit you a percentage of the time.
Yep.
That's just how it works. You know? Like, my cousin who doesn't play the game would hit me here some percentage. Like, I can't tell if he's going to click grab or click forward to it. I don't know. He might mash down smash and I roll into it. Like, I don't know. Who knows? Oh, interesting. This is good. I don't know why you went all the way back there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I recognized what I'll do is like I'll notice relatively early, like before I commit to a move, but not in time of like not quickly enough. Like I'll recognize that they're not at knockdown percent, and I think what I did is like I recognized, he wasn't at, percent where it's gonna send him in tumble. And I'm just kind of escaping.
Yeah, it's so weird. Because, like, this is so similar to the spot where you thought he was going to slide off and you mash shine. And I'm like, here you actually confirm he tournament winner, right?
Yep.
And you throw out a back air assuming it's going to hit. And it does. And even he thinks, oh shit, here he comes. He's shielding. Like, he's defending himself. He's doing the exact same thing that you should have been doing like 2 seconds ago. And he's not trying to hit you here because he knows he's in such a bad spot. And it's like the only person that doesn't know he's in a bad spot is you.
Is me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's pretty funny.
this is what I'm talking about. Is
I
like
know.
identifying these though.
Yeah, so imagine, like, that's what I'm saying, like, practicing this stuff and slowing down will help. Because imagine if you do this back here, and I'm not saying you have to do this back here and, like, confirm, grab, or whatever, but say you do this back here and you just check. And you stop before you pre-plan dash back or whatever. You just stop. Now, all of a sudden, you stop, you notice, he's just shielding and you're right next to him, and you're just like, oh, this is great. I might just back here again. I don't know. I might up tilt. Who knows, right? Like, but you give yourself like time to learn in this situation. If you like zoom out and take a step back and like go slower, you know, like you will just build these skills naturally if you slow down. You'll notice this stuff quicker. And then who knows? A month from now, when you hit this back here, you're probably doing turnaround grab instantly. You know.
Right, and this is kind of the step that I need is like, what am I checking for? And it could be anything, of course, but like, or like, how do I check? And it sounds so like open-ended, but I think I'm starting to get it, where it's like, okay, if I just do an action or put myself into a position like this, I'm just checking to see if they do anything, and if I get hit, that's just part of the process.
Yes. Yep. Well, you can't rush it.
No.
I feel it's like I'm not expecting you to be like, again, back here grabbing here immediately. That's like, there's levels to this like learning part or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I am expecting, I hate the word expecting, but like, I hate the word expecting and should, but I will use them here. I do want to see you, like, you should be able to like hit this back air and like keep some sort of pressure or not reset.
We'll check back in a month, and we'll see where it's at, because I think that'll be hopefully a little bit better.
Yeah. And it's funny because like, here, I can show you this clip of me yesterday where it's like I do something similar, but because I know myself, I know where my problem lied in this situation. So look at this. Back here, back here, back here, back here. And I kind of do what you just did. And this isn't because I missed their reaction point. I was genuinely shocked that he got hit so many times. And I was like, okay, dude, like this clip perfectly like describes me as a person, because I'm like, okay, surely you'll change now. Like
I feel the same.
Yeah. And that's
like, you're gonna change. You're going to mix it up.
Yeah. But look at what happened. I could have just did another back air. I could have did like another falling back air, and it would have been fine. I could have delayed a back air and it might have hit him. You know, there's a number of things I could have done. But like, I backed off and I was like, okay. Like, it almost was like I'm giving him time to collect his thoughts, because like, what the fuck was that?
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, it's just like, he just tried to like hit me over and over, and I stopped him over and over. And it's like, I didn't need to change anything. I didn't need to give up space or whatever. But you see how like, both of these clips are very similar, but they're so different. Like, the reasons for them are so different. And that's why I say it's so important to like kind of know your emotions and know yourself and know what you're feeling, because I think that actually that just helps speed up the process more. Because like, if I didn't know what I was feeling here, I might think this is a reaction point problem, you know, and I might spend time trying to fix a problem that's not even there, you know. Does that make sense?
Yep, makes sense.
Okay. I just thought it was a funny example, because like we did the same thing, and for totally different reasons. Okay. Uh-oh. You'll see it in recovery too. Like, you can slow down in recoveries as well. Oh, what? You're not Falco. That was strange.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
No idea, man.
Happens. Let me see. That sucks. You're just pressing buttons.
This is true.
Uh-oh. Do you know my rules for invincibility, or like how invincibility works? Have we talked about this?
No, we've not.
We haven't. Okay, I just told someone yesterday. But like invincibility, the way it works is you either get one guess and you can keep position and keep center stage, or you get two guesses, and if you're wrong with both guesses, you're in the mix immediately. So you guess twice. You guess here, and then you guess here. Now you're here. You're in the mix. You're done. Like invincibility is over. You can't get counter hit. You can't get mixed up. That is the risk of guessing twice with your invincibility. And I feel like people view invincibility as if it's this thing where it's like you have to use all of it to try and hit your opponent. But it's really like, if you want it to be, it's a free center stage card. Imagine if you could just go to center stage for free whenever you want it. Like, that's what it is. So you take your guess here, and then guess what? You're still in center. Like, this position's fine. I'd rather be here than up here. There's no guarantee that you'll win the situation, but you can't get running shine. You can't get drill. You can't get, like, dash dance grab. Like, the reaction window is just a lot huger when you're in center stage. Like, center stage is good for so many reasons, but that's, like, one. So it's like, I don't want you to feel so pressured to think that you have to make the absolute most of your invincibility. You have to go for your kill moves, like combo started here, combo started here. And just like, man, you're going to get, like, exploited pretty hard. Also, again, I don't think this fox is messing around. I think this fox is avoiding you pretty well and, you know, doing some good things. He's not just, like you haven't really hit him on invincibility. He countered you there. He does an Armada Shine there. Like, that's you know, that's top 8 shit. That's PPMD stuff. Avoiding invul and getting the kill immediately after. So, I don't know.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But the invul stuff is really important. And so, like, let's see what you do now. 1 guess, 2 guess. Now guess what?
Yep.
You don't have center.
I'm going to think about that a lot more.
Yeah. Oh, you had drill. Like, I thought you baited him really well. And it's like, there's no guarantee to drill or shine with hit. But I thought you were in a good position for the drill.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I just didn't like the shine is because
it's so far that I can't follow it up feasibly.
Yeah. And if you were going to do the shine, then I would like to wavelength down out of the shine. It's just, you just took, like, the safest route. And it was, like, fine. But, like, now you don't have time to, like, really get anything out. Maybe if you kept running. Nah, you didn't have time. Maybe you did, actually. If you kept running and did, like, the double shine.
Maybe, yeah.
You wait that shit back. Yeah. I don't know why you did that. I feel like the whole purpose of it, like, run into the corner here is to look for the running double shine.
Yeah, I think I saw that he didn't immediately fall to the, like, the edge, and, like, got scared of the spot.
I got you. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, it's hard. I don't know if you actually had time, and I'm just guessing that you thought you didn't have time, so you backed off, which is fine. But
part of an issue, I think that, like, this specific situation, like, also that I think about is, like, I always assume my opponent will pick the perfect option.
Yeah, I do that too. Don't do that.
And it's definitely an issue because I'm sure if in the moment we pause right here and you ask me to explain what I'm afraid of or what I'm going to go for, I'll say double shine if he's on stage, and if I see that he's not on stage, or excuse me, if I begin to see that he's, like, falling off stage, I'm going to go for the shine because I'll clip him. But if I see that he's still on stage, I'll think that he's gonna slide back off, ledge dash on, shine me, and like
Mhm.
I'll die. Because that's just like what a perfect option could be if I were to follow it up.
Yeah, I I want to find a good example for you because this can change your viewpoint on that. Let me see. I played Beach a lot yesterday, and I kept hitting him with this one edge guard, and we're gonna look for it because it's gonna make sense. Um, it happens on every stage. I'll just find it, whatever.
Sure.
But it's the same mindset that you just had. That like I want to help you break. Fuck, I didn't do it there. I was hoping I did it there.
Eh.
This is kind of it. Okay. So, we both agree that if Falco is jumping off stage here, Fox shouldn't do the up B there, right? He should do it a lot lower.
Yes. Well, could he do a super shallow angle?
No, I'm going to get, like, this back air is going to hit him taking off. Like, just
Okay.
look at it.
Oh yeah, then you have to. I see what you're saying. You have
see
to
what
go
I'm
much
saying?
lower and ride the ball. Yeah. I
Yeah,
see
yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
yeah. So, this is something I shy away from a lot. Because I don't like to do things if people know I'm going to do it, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
But there are so many situations where you have a massive enough advantage to where you should check anyway. So here, I'm checking this up B, and if he does side B or up B lower, I'm just gonna side B the ledge, or I'm just gonna grab ledge somehow, and that's what I would have done anyway to deal with this slow recovery.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna check. You're dead regardless, but I'm gonna check the easier option first.
Mm.
And it felt very similar to their running shine there, where it's just like, yeah, like they might know you're gonna do it, but you should still check because checking isn't risky.
Would this not also cover that low up B if you like Armada shine like
I don't
Barrett?
Like the angle I'm at. Like
Yeah.
this is I'm capped like right here.
Yeah.
This is where my shine's hitting. He'd be right here if
Okay.
you were to do it lower. So like no.
And I can see where you literally stop your momentum or your drift. Like look, like right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you could go more, but you don't.
Yeah.
Because like you're obviously deciding. Okay.
I'm checking for up B here in this
Yep.
area. This little this bubble is what I'm checking. Anything outside of that bubble or below that bubble, I'm bailing, I'm grabbing ledge, and I'm doing the edge guard I was going to do in the first place.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I see it. Okay.
Yeah, you can't be afraid to do things because people know what you're going to do. Like, if Puff players felt that way, they would never, ever, like, win anything. They're like, I'm going to down throw. They know I'm going to up throw. They're going to DI it. So I'm going to down throw instead. No! Up throw. Check first.
This is the exact same issue that I was talking with one of my roommates about when I played B-Bats at, what's it called? At Full Bloom.
Uh-huh.
I was just winning a lot of the times. And then every single time I got a throw, I down threw. And I'm like, I'm just going to read him every time. I'm just going to read the down throw and I'll up smash on like a read or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I leave the set and I lost 3-1. My roommate comes up to me who plays Peach. He's like, Andrew, you literally never up through. And I'm like, yeah, because he's just gonna jump, bless you. He's gonna like double jump or SDI. He's like, but you didn't even make him prove it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you're right. So, like, it's definitely a bigger issue.
But yeah, like down throw, it's slightly different, but I get where you're coming from. If you do have your read on the down throw, I down throw Peach and Samus sometimes when I have the hard read.
Mm-hmm.
But I still check, you know? Like, even when I'm doing the hard read, I'm checking. I'm not just, like, always throwing it out there.
Yeah.
And
they got to prove it a little bit.
Yeah, but I think in this situation, like, the down throw situation is, like, they have, like, 4 or 5 different options. DI behind tech, DI in front tech. They have all these options, so it's like that bubble is just much larger.
Yes.
What I'm saying is when the bubble is more contained, like this, or like the tech roll into the corner situation, where you're running full speed at them, that's when it's like, yeah, check the easy thing first. If you're not, then why are you even doing it?
You're right.
So like what you did would be like if I did this and then I double jumped here and side beat a ledge. That's like kind of a 1-to-1 example of like or comparison of what this would look like. Is if I jumped out here to check, like you're doing your running shine to check the double shine, and then you bail because you think that like they know what you're gonna do.
Like you've decided it, like you could choose one option that might not cover the perfect option, but you go with something that doesn't cover anything then.
Yeah. Like literally, I would jump out here, fall here, and then double jump side beat a ledge, and you just be like, "Whoa, what?" Like, no.
Well, you've made it just so much harder. Like maybe you could still follow it up.
Maybe.
But
I had it already.
Yep. Ooh, okay. I think I'm honestly gonna find a lot of value, and tell me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Just going back in just some of my old VODs and just seeing where I'm obviously not reacting, because I think that will kind of help push me in the right direction of like, these are spots to look for. I can see you're not paying attention to this, or you're looking at the wrong spot.
I kind of want to disagree.
Okay. Do you think it needs to be more like, live?
Well, I think so, because it's like you're looking for spots, and there's not spots. It's the whole game. The entire game.
Yeah.
There's not spots to improve. There are spots to improve on, obviously, but that's like after. That's like move selection. That's risk rewarded things, but like you're doing this throughout the entire game.
Right.
You're right.
But why do you think there are like some points? Well, maybe I mean it's just autopilot. Like whatever I could have practiced before could be fine. 'Cause it was just like we were talking about like the platform tech chase. Like obviously I can cover that semi well. Like I can see that.
That was good.
You know, like I check to the right and then I go back.
I think when it's more contained and when it's on a timer, people are better at reacting to that because that is something that can be practiced by yourself.
Okay.
So like yes, you've trained yourself to react to 2 tech rolls. Because they can't hit you during tech rolls, there's no risk, it's very comfortable, it's something that's been repeated enough. So you are actual proof that you can do it if you train it.
Yep.
Because you are doing it in one part of the game. But now you need to be able to do it with a person who isn't on their back and who is fighting you and who has options and all these things. Like that can only be trained by doing it with someone and by playing. So like I don't really want you to go back and look at VODs. I just want you to go play.
Say less.
Yeah. And play and focus.
Yeah, well, of course.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Man, I'm gonna have to try to think about that, like in the game. Be like, what are things that how do I prove to myself that I am reacting properly?
Mm-hmm.
Or like, how am I noticing well?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna need to reflect, but that's gonna be, I think, a challenge. It's almost a little too overwhelming because the game is so dynamic and fluid at all times that
it's gonna get a lot simpler.
Yeah, and I want to simplify it, and that's something I've been thinking about too. And I think I went too far in one direction. I think I interpreted how you had mentioned like simplifying the game a while ago, which was just like choose an option beforehand, and just make that decision like whatever. Like for example, like that's why I started the game with like a running shine drill.
Mm-hmm.
That was how I interpreted simplify the game, because I'm going for a simple option that is very linear. I've made the decision significantly in advance, and thus it is simpler. When in reality, it's like I can simplify the game, but I need to check at each step. Okay, it's making sense. It's just I'm gonna need to play it a lot more.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad that's making sense. I always... Yeah. So many lessons are not the same, but it's always like, yeah, I want to work on this matchup. Whenever we watch, I'm just like, and by the end of the lesson, they're just like, oh, it's not the matchup at all.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's what I want. Like, I want to give you this, and like that's what you do as a good coach.
Yeah.
Is you're able to pull, like, you're like, okay, obviously this is not the matchup.
We will get to matchups, I promise.
Hey, we don't ever have to get to it if this is like the core like thing, right?
Yeah, this is the thing.
Right. Yeah.
But there are, there are matchup specifics. We can get into like some game plans on what
I would like, yeah,
the
I'd
current
love that.
meta is.
Yeah. I would love to talk game plans at some point because that's something that I definitely struggle with. But like you mentioned, it's like I don't know if I'm at that point where I'm able to do it yet.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm not even
Yeah.
fully there yet. I've been playing this game 10 years.
Yeah.
But that's the cool part. You make
It
your
is.
own journey. You figure it out. Shit starts clicking.
Yep.
Things start making sense. You see improvement. You hit someone. You outplay someone you didn't think you can outplay. You're just like, wow, never mind. This game is kind of simple.
I definitely feel that sometimes. Like I'll play someone like that I think is like very, very good, and then I'll outplay in like a scenario. I'm like,
Yeah,
maybe they just are a character on the screen.
they just are. A character on the screen and a person holding the controller. That is all
No,
it
maybe
is.
maybe not even that, man. They might just be the character. I don't know.
Nah, no, it's always a person holding the controller.
Oh, yeah, there is. I know.
Always. If there wasn't, the game would be boring.
It would be really boring.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's all that I had for this at least, and I think this gives me a ton to work on.
Okay, cool.
I'll probably message you and just be like,
Yeah, no,
I might
I'm
just send
interested.
you. I'm probably gonna send you a couple clips and be like, can you honestly tell me like this looks like I'm reacting to this
Yeah.
effectively?
Even the clips you get hit. Yeah, like,
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't care. I do not care if I'm right or wrong. And like even
Yeah.
when I'm playing friendlies now, literally don't care. I just want to validate that I'm doing the right thing, or like I'm on the right path to thinking about it. Like the right thing is in like noticing.
Yeah,
Like I'm
yeah,
noticing
yeah, yeah,
properly.
yeah. I get you. I hear you.
Cool. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, let me know. I'm excited to see whatever you send me.
I hope something. I hope I send something soon. But I'm going on a little vacation this weekend, and then hopefully the tournament next week, House of Pain. But I should have plenty of time.
Okay.
A little bit before and after, I hope.
Okay. All right. Sounds good then.
Yeah. All right. I'll talk with you later.
All right. See ya.
See ya.